Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about this wonderful looking flower. As you can see, so this is the flowering, rather to say not plant, these are the bulbs. So these are the Asiatic lily, not the oriental lily, because it is not having any fragrance. So I'm going to tell you this one, that how I have cared, or how rather we should care, and what I have studied about this plant, and lots more. So let's start this video. For that, if means you can do two things to have this plant in your garden. One thing is to buy the bulbs. Second one is to buy the plants. So if you are planting the plants also, that also means that you are planting the bulbs, but two are totally different things. So I am telling you, if you are if you are buying the bulbs, so make a good potting soil having proper drainage. For that, take 40% garden soil, 40% of organic matter, whatever you have, either cow dung compost or vermicompost or leaf compost, whatever you have, take one part of that for 40% of that, and half to that, that is 20% of sand you can take. So that will make a very soft soil. And if you want, you can take 20% of garden soil, 20% of cocoa peat, make 40% of that, 40% of organic compost, and 20% of sand. That will also make a very soft soil. So you can do that. Means bulbs require a very soft medium, because it not only grows from the upwards, it will grow downward also. Means it requires space to create its roots and also to increase the size of the bulb. So that's for the soil. Next one, I will tell you about the watering. Water it when you feel that the soil is almost dry. Do not water it regularly. At least means you have to check the soil. If you feel moisture, then do not add uh, water that day. Add water the next day. So that is another thing. And for the third step is the sunlight. So keep this plant in sunlight until and unless the blooms are there. Means once the blooms comes, keep it in partial shade or semi shade, like that. Because I'm telling you the reason also. To that step we need to do to increase the life of the flowers, because in the full sunlight the flower life of the flower reduces. So and this plant will not bloom again. You can see now this plant is having full bloom, means four flowers are there, and this is a full bloom. It will never generate another flower this year at least. So once the blooms have done, means now I will keep it in a partial to semi shade area. If your if you have plant is having the birds, or say you are having the plant only, no birds, you can keep it in full sunlight. But once the blooms have started to bloom, then keep it in shade. This step is very important to increase the life of your flowers, because the flowers will hardly stay for 4 to 5 days in full sun, and it may stay for 10 to 12 days if it is kept in semi shade or partial or full shade. If you want, you can take it indoors also now and keep it in a bright sunlight area, but I am not doing that. Sorry. And for the now let me tell you another main theory of this bulbs, or say flowers. So if you are having the bulbs, what you should do, you can plant it, you can fertilize it, okay, but that will not ensure flowering. Your flowering will only ensure if and only if your bulb is healthy. For that, what you need to do is, once the blooms have take place, cut the blooms, keep it in full sunlight, add water, keep the foliage, keep the foliage and fertilize it very good, otherwise means that will ensure your blooms of next year. That this process is same for all kind of bulbs. Okay, so I will share how to save these bulbs also. So you fertilize these plants until and unless you get good size, means what to say, unless you will see that the foliage will go yellow and it will dry out automatically. Then what you can do, you can take out the bulbs from the soil and save it in a darker place. So I will share with you how to save the bulbs, because I have saved this year, but unfortunately I do not get any flowers, or rather I have not get any stock also. So but still I have kept, I will show you the foliage also of Asiatic lily of last year, because last year I have planted the bulbs and I have got bloom in only one plant. So this year I have bought the plants with bloom, because I require the blooms, isn't it? They are very beautiful and very pretty, I think. So that one is good. And for the last, I will tell you that add liquid fertilizer also, and do not rot the bulb, please, because very costly plants. And in our region, especially in our region, I live in the by the side of Kolkata in West Bengal, and here the bulbs are really expensive, and I do not get also, I need to buy from online or something like that. So I need to keep care of them. So last year I bought 3 bulbs, I think, and I have saved 3 of them, but one of them have separated like garlic. So I have planted them also, but I do not have any expectation from that. But 2 are as same as that, and I am going to show you that also, because they are having very shiny leaves and long leaves, not like this. You can see the leaves of this. So yes, another thing I have forgot to tell, that if you are planting the bulbs, if you are if you are buying the plants, so I will recommend you, if it the plant no, if it is not very necessary, do not try to means if you are having birds on your plant, if it is not necessary, do not try to repot your plant. It's an tip, you can say, because the root will get disturbed and it may happen that your bird will go yellow and it will fail. So there is no requirement of your to repot this plant if it is having birds. If it is plant, you can do that, but if it is having birds, do not try to do that, because uh, if it is having plant means, if it is of small height, if it is of big height, then also do not try, because it may happen that your bulbs get a shock and they do not produce the flowers. So that may happen, and that is the care of Asiatic lily. And once the blooms will go, as I have told you, I require the bulbs, I will save it and I will cut the blooms, and for the timing I am keeping it in a semi-shade area. So here you can see I have 2 more plants having the birds, and there is the one that I have, that is a semi-shade area, and these are the plants from my last year. You can see the foliage. I have kept it as a normal ornamental, because no flowers will come this year. I will try save this one also, and I will try to take flowers from this next year. So this is the another one. And another main important care I forgot to tell you all, that if you are buying the plants with bulbs, with birds on it, do not do anything. Just keep it as it is, and only apply liquid fertilizer, say once or twice a month, and that will do well. So after the blooms, you can fertilize it as much as you want, because the bulbs requires energy and you have to keep it in full sunlight as well. So okay, if you like this video, give it a like and please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments regarding this plant, or if you think that I have told something wrong, you can ask me or tell me or suggest me in the comment section below. So okay, thanks a lot for watching this video.